Hello, everybody, and welcome to Graded Point Live. My windows aren't working. Here we go.
Great.
It has begun.
Yeah. Josh, Josh immediately leaves. He's like, I'm out.
I accidentally, I'm at the mute.
Like, he ruined it immediately. I'm gone.
Eject so hard.
But yeah, hey everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful evening today. And we're going to, excuse me, going to talk about the same stuff we always talk about. We're going to make fun of things because why not, right? As usual, tonight I have Miss Piper. She didn't show up last night. That's why we didn't do a show. Blaming it all on her.
What's really bad is that at first I said I probably won't be on tonight because I have plans. Then the plans got canceled, so I hopped on the computer specifically so that I could stream. Forgot to say that I could stream. Mm-hmm. And then started reading something. Completely forgot that I could stream.
You know, I've had situations like that where it's like somebody will say, hey, you want to do this thing? Yeah, sure, I'll be there in a little while. Then I start watching not episodes, but clips of Deep Space Nine for 3 hours.
My dude, I can get you on my Plex. I have all of Deep Space Nine.
I have Amazon Prime. They have all of Deep Space Nine. And I'm sitting here like, what was that one where Worf fought those Jem'Hadar? You know.
Well, no, okay, I feel you. It's like, why watch the whole hour and a half porn when you can just get the highlights on Pornhub?
Right, exactly. This got
Sir,
weird.
should we go to Yellow Alert?
No. I saw, by the way, this is Xavier, everybody. You know, he's off work tonight, so he decided to join us. Also, we have...
Oh, yeah. And I'm Josh. I'm from Super Nerdland. I do things sometimes. I'm responsible for a lot of the back end of this stuff. But you don't see me in the front a lot.
He's also our landlord. We don't pay him, but he is our landlord.
So to speak.
Yeah.
They're squatters on my server.
Yeah. Yeah, there's... I gotta say 2 of the squatters are right here, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, there was a...
But I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, exactly. There was a... what was it? A video of a certain... of Worf, and he was talking about... I think they were allowing the Cardassians on the ship. And they were talking about, we need to keep them under heavy guard. And then he's immediately rejected, of course. But then Riker says, I have to agree with Mr. Worf. I was like, whoa, a refutation. What happened?
I like that. I like how you said Cardassians like they're, you know, an intergalactic alien species instead of the Kardashians.
That's what I was talking about. The Cardassians. I'm talking about Star Trek.
Oh, no. But you said Kardashians.
I said Cardassians. I know what I said. Don't get Daryl.
I know what you said.
Don't you come in? Don't you wait a minute now? Don't you come on my stream? Don't you come on my stream after I've seen you? I've seen you moonlighting. I've seen you moonlighting on your own stream. I don't think I don't see that shit.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Hello,
Hey,
Daryl.
listen, that was
Daryl, how are you doing today? Are you doing good?
I'm doing good, man.
I'm glad to hear.
And and I'm glad you ran with that, brother. That was the dumbest thing I've ever done.
I saw this. I said if he ever comes on, I'm gonna fucking get him with that's it. This moonlighting motherfucker here.
Oh, and I got bad news, man. I'm gonna keep doing it.
That's awful.
Shit.
Anyway,
I've been put on blast.
Yeah. No. Go check out Daryl's channel. Is it Dr. Science Wizard? He's your
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yeah.
No, like he's talked in chat, so you should be able to just like right click his name. No, you go to the 3 dots by his name in chat and then just go to channel.
Go to channel and then subscribe to him, but come immediately back here and continue.
Please.
But don't bother subscribing to Super Nerdland. We have people like once or twice a month. Some gracious soul subscribes to the Super Nerdland YouTube. even though we haven't used it in over 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I love you all, but you're not going to get content there.
Aww.
Yeah, and
that's why you should go to video.supernerdland.com, where you can find Godzilla versus Gigan Abridged, featuring a lot of us in chat here.
Yeah, especially me. I was the star, Godzilla.
See, this is why I need to be on things more. I'm good at shilling.
Yeah. We shielded pretty well when it first came out. I even had to give Mike moderator status so he could give the direct links and stuff. In fact, if you can comment in the chat, I will make you a moderator too. If you ain't already.
I misread this as.
Am I not already?
I misread this as back Casey Affleck here, and I was like, "Why are you chilling for Casey Affleck?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm already a moderator because I handle your YouTube stuff, man.
Oh yeah, that's right, Derp. Yeah, okay.
I misread back Casey Affleck. And I was like, "Are you guys chilling for him as Batman?"
No. What we're doing is discussing the fact that 2 anonymous Disney executives reveal steps were taken to mitigate any troll effect on Captain Marvel. No shit.
All right, not only no shit, but I want to understand what the troll effect is, because
Right,
they're the
what
only
troll?
ones that think that they could be failing. It has to be trolls. Has to be
Right.
trolls. They're the only ones that think there's trolls.
Oh, dude, that is true. They did this shit with Star Wars as well, didn't they? They attributed all the backlash to trolls.
They
They've
attributed
been
the
attributing
entire.
to trolls. This is the first time they've gone this far.
They
and then claim
attributed.
that trolls pushed them this far.
They attributed the entirety of Solo's failure to trolls.
Yeah, all the negative attention, that was all trolls, and they were all Russian bots. That explains why nobody went and saw the movie.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
it was the troll's fault.
Right.
If you want,
It wasn't because The Last Jedi was just utter trash and that burned people out on what was actually a halfway decent movie that people are now finding out as it gets on Blu-ray, DVD, and streaming, and they finally go to check out Solo and they're like, "Oh, this was actually a fun movie."
You
It's
realize
a dark-
that
it's a dark
not
film.
buying their product at this point, because this is a product. Not buying their product is now trolling.
yeah.
Yeah, not
What
being
is that?
not being a good little consumer is trolling.
Is trolling.
This thing, it's been a
What's it?
trend since like Ghostbusters 2016, at least, if not sooner.
Yeah.
Or I mean
Don't
earlier than that.
And
Don't
what
ask
did you?
questions. Consume product and then get excited for the
Yes,
next product.
thank you. I was just gonna say, what did Jay Red Letter Media have to say about it? Oh, the Nerd Crew is so great.
Yeah, I saw their review of Captain Marvel. That was pretty good.
I have not watched that yet.
Yeah. It was essentially, they made the whole joke about, the oh no, a white male. But anyway, let me read this. Okay. 2 anonymous Disney executives reported that company has taken steps to mitigate any troll effects on Captain Marvel. In a story in North Jersey, there must be a okay, that's the website apparently. North Jersey. All right. Don't go to South Jersey. That's pretty rough. But North Jersey's all right. A subsidiary of USA Today, 2 anonymous Disney executives allegedly spoke to the paper confirming Disney had taken steps to mitigate the troll effect on Captain Marvel. North Jersey reports Disney has become more adept and prepared for combating organized negativity around a release. There are no more sneak attacks.
You know what fucks me up is
Never was.
yeah, right, exactly. These people are imagining the fact that people don't like what they're making as being some organized attack, when it was literally just people voicing their opinions.
What I feel like this is
No?
already is that 2 anonymous Disney executives needed to clean up the fact that Disney was a little too obvious in their scam this time.
Yeah.
And
Way
so
too
these
obvious.
guys needed to go out there and clear that up.
See, I can
Remember
wait a minute.
Remember when Captain Marvel? Yeah.
Yeah, so you're telling me, it said like, this whole like prepared and combating. So I'm just imagining, Kevin Feige like, in a movie theater behind the corner, and he ducks down. You hear, this is Kevin Colonel, can you read me? And it's like Bob Iger on the other line, loud and clear, Kevin. Are you ready to
loud and clear, Kevin?
Are you ready to instigate the anti-trolls?
Are you ready?
The anti-troll initiatives.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready to infiltrate the nerds? And then Kevin Feige's like, they're not actually watching our movie, dude.
It's okay. Just buy all the tickets. Just buy all the fucking tickets. Yeah. We're fucking Disney. Who's gonna catch us?
And that's what I want.
25 tickets. The first row. All the theaters.
Yeah. And that's what I wanted to talk about with you guys, because I've been kind of out of the loop for a while. Wasn't it kind of suspected that Disney bought a bunch of theaters out? Like, bought a bunch of tickets?
Confirm
because there were empty theaters all over the place.
Yeah,
right?
I can't confirm. I cannot confirm.
It's very alleged.
But we can confirm that from people who have, because now you can look up your theater online and see how many tickets have been sold and what seats were taken and yada yada.
Yeah.
For bookings for tickets during this past week, when usually you're not going to see that many people are not going to the movies during the week, usually not in great numbers. And one theater, every theater that was showing Captain Marvel had the entire front row booked. Every time, every showing, the entire front row booked. And on top of that, like I said, one movie theater manager, he was being anonymous, of course, said that every showing, there were at least 25 seats where the tickets were not given out, that were booked, and they were not refunded.
Oh.
So, buying out whole theaters, I don't know. Padding the numbers?
Maybe.
And I don't know if it's Disney or not, but it's definitely some padding going on.
There's evidence that points to it, and if I had to hazard a guess, it wouldn't be Disney themselves, and maybe not even something that Disney signed off on, but Disney hiring a marketing or PR firm that decided to use the dollars from their marketing campaign to beef up these sales.
There has other companies have done this.
Yeah, I mean, this is not it's not out of
Paramount. Paramount apparently did it with Transformers, not the last night, the one before Age of Extinction.
Really?
Yeah, in China, they apparently
the
they bought, I want to say it was like 4 or 5 million tickets, worth of tickets, and essentially they found out it inflated, of course, inflated the box office, and they were caught doing it.
Yeah.
So.
And I will say, like, it's
okay. So
it's not like
Disney's technically gotten busted doing it, but they're coming up with an excuse, so it's okay.
We're saying this is a separate issue from what they're talking about here. This is what they're talking about here in this article is the anti-trolling, thing, or whatever it's supposed to be.
Like whatever words they had with Google to get Brie Larson's name,
which I am just going to get into. That was the next part of this article. Let's see. The paper goes on to cite that YouTube adjusted their algorithms for Captain Marvel and classified Brie Larson searches as news instead of general. As we previously reported, this change pushed the positive coverage of Brie Larson and Disney's Captain Marvel to the top of YouTube searches and pushed negative coverage of the actress and film to the bottom. So anybody who would usually be, if I may, usually be popular in like talking about movies like Captain Marvel or talking about an actress like Brie Larson. For example, I think there's a particular YouTuber, she's been really covering this a lot. Her name is Mecha Random 42. She would usually be in the top 15, top 20 searches. Because they changed that, she wasn't even in the top 100. Because it became news, so what are they going to show? CNN, ABC, things like that.
So it's not just news, and this is what really fucking puts an itch in my ass about the whole thing, is that they made it so that it was quote-unquote authoritative sources could only talk about it. So you still got, like, even not just the news, but, like, Jimmy Kimmel and stuff like that. That's the kind of shit that would show up and be at the top. And it didn't just push down criticism of the movie. If you were an independent creator and you had good things to say about the movie, well, fuck you too. Old media is talking.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Yep. The what was it? There was a God bless. It's kind of because I'm kind of skimming over the next thing too, but talking about the whole issue where Rotten Tomatoes destroyed their own site to accommodate this movie. They effectively destroyed their entire site.
All of this for like not even a horrible movie, but not a good one. Like it's an average superhero flick by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh,
it's people bent
terrible.
over backwards to put their reputations and their website functionality on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Captain Marvel, a movie that is actually really fucking terrible. And I don't see that.
There's moments, but
you watched it, right?
Yeah, she's horribly miscast, but there's moments in the movie.
Yeah, but they have little to do with her and everything to do with Fury. And
everything that I've seen, I've seen about everything I've seen and heard about the movie is everything except her was okay.
Yeah, Fury carries it like straight up.
Yeah,
he carries the fucking movie. It's not his movie.
You know, the bad guy. Oh wait, spoiler! Not really bad guy. Is actually more likable than the hero of the movie.
They made the Skrulls like really fucking cool and interesting and actually good people.
Here's the thing. We already know that the Kree... This is not even spoilers unless you're talking about spoilers for, like, Guardians of the fucking Galaxy. The Kree aren't good guys.
Nope.
We already knew they weren't really good guys.
We knew Ronan in particular wasn't.
Well, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. also talked about the Kree. I mean, the Inhumans are fucking experiments the Kree were doing on the humans. Create living weapons to fight the Skrulls with.
Isn't the reason?
Yeah, but they didn't go that in depth into it. They never mentioned the Skrulls. The Inhumans on Earth were experiments and stuff. That much was kept over.
Part of that might have been because of Fox owning Fantastic Four.
Right. I fully agree. They weren't allowed to breach that whole subject there, but. Yeah, the Kree were, definitely portrayed from the beginning, even on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., as people who were, creating a genetic army, basically, on Earth to, and so, like, we kind of knew they were the bad guys, yes, but it did kind of throw everything on its ear in the sense that, like, comic book fans have been long, used to the Skrulls being bad guys and shit. They were actually relatable, good people. It was like
immigrant. Honestly, I just wish they'd have kept it like what it was supposed to be, where the Kree and the Skrulls are both assholes.
Right, and they're at war with one another.
And they're at war with one another, and the only reason that that we're involved is because their shit keeps getting put on our planet.
Shades of gray. What are you talking about? These shades of gray.
Right.
I mean, you can't tell me this whole the Skrulls are immigrants thing was not a fucking pandering piece of shit.
Oh my god!
Right. There is no doubt about it.
Yeah,
there is no doubt about
pandering shit. That's what it was. Pandering shit.
The Skrulls didn't come here to start shit. The Skrulls are just trying to find work to send money home.
Those are undocumented shapeshifters. Thank you very much.
We had to close down our space borders, and
one of the dumbest things, aside from the fact that Carol gets her, but aside from the fact that Carol got her powers from the Tesseract, which Marvel, who is now a woman, stole from Earth at some point. They don't go into that at all, of course, which would have been great if they had. Like, if they'd shown... Because remember, at the end of Captain America, Howard Stark fishes that thing out of the ocean, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then they somehow lose it for X amount of years, and somehow get it back, and then somehow... What? Okay, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, but they get it back because the cat swallowed it, and then he spit it back out.
Mm-hmm. They broke so much of their own continuity for this movie.
I know.
By the way, the cat...
Fuck
fucked Fury's eye. That was it.
I think that's what pissed
Yeah.
me off, and it pissed a lot of other people off. Like that is, it made you think, okay, something really cool happened when. Now, I don't say cool in like bad, but cool in like holy shit. I could see that happening. Like maybe Fury trusted somebody who's a SHIELD agent, and in movie verse, we would eventually see this person as like the leader of Hydra or some shit. You know what I mean?
Or they were a Skrull.
Right.
Or they were a Skrull or something cool like that. No, a fucking cat. Really? Get the fuck out of here, that bullshit.
And it really takes, because there are lines from Fury about what is it? The last person he trusted. The last person he trusted, or the last time I trusted somebody, this happened.
Yeah.
Nick Fury would have known only 2 scratches.
Little do we know, the Blu-ray release is going to have the cut content where he Shane Dawson that cat.
I didn't.
Like
the chat.
I didn't come anywhere near that motherfucking cat.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'm tired of these motherfucking cats on this motherfucking spaceship.
I'm trying to bust a motherfucking nut here. What the fuck?
but yeah, like it made light of a lot of the shit, and then the Avengers Initiative is named after Carol's call sign on her,
which is dumb.
like yeah.
Sorry, Captain America, you're not the first Avenger.
They somebody made a good point about that, and I think you'll like that. Okay, Carol was a test pilot.
Mm-hmm.
She was not a combat pilot.
She's Hal Jordan.
Yeah, but she wasn't a combat pilot.
Yep, for some reason.
She would not have a call sign of Avenger. Avenger is something for a fighter pilot.
Also, her call sign would be something really stupid.
Yeah. I was good. You're talking to this guy over here is an actual like Air Force veteran. So
right, she would have been like taco salad or something, right?
Whenever we heard emergencies come over the radio, and it was like simulated emergency. We have an incoming aircraft loaded with ordnance. Call sign is Taco 27 or Football 85.
Right.
So she wouldn't have got something cool like Avenger.
It would have been in badass.
It may vary from squadron to squadron or vary from service to service, but that was my experience.
From what
Fish Sandwich 84, we're going to need some backup here.
Fish Sandwich 84. I think all the cool call signs go to the Navy anyway.
Well, yeah, because they get like Maverick and Goose
and Cougar and Merlin and fucking Iceman and.
It's entirely possible that's if you're in an air show.
True.
Like, you get the call sign.
May I say something really quick about Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
It's not a terrible movie because of Brie Larson, though she doesn't help it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bad movie because it fucks with continuity in a way that is really insulting and really stupid and really shoehorned.
The writing is just
the writing is bad.
Mediocre.
And I made a good point.
The beginning.
I think I made an excellent point about this. The whole Nick Fury didn't know anything about superheroes or super beings and stuff like that. Calling bullshit because Hank Pym exists.
Right?
And he worked for SHIELD.
Unexists.
And he worked for SHIELD. So, I mean, like that.
Right.
I got to call bullshit on that. Sorry.
But at the same time, Hank did, go out of active duty, like, back in the 80s, right? Or was it 91?
Whatever it was still, from what I'm understanding, because Nick was a full bird colonel, right? Fury was a full bird colonel. He would have known at the very least, about Hank Pym.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So the whole thing, it might be splitting hairs, but I'm going to split that hair because once again, we're ignoring obvious. This is real. This is actual continuity for our new leader of the Avengers. Oh God.
But see, oh God, Kevin Feige. Okay, so I've read.
I will get to that.
Kevin Feige said that. Yeah,
we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. I got that queued up.
All right, brother.
Let's finish this real quick. Confirmation. The confirmation of Disney taking steps to, quote, mitigate troll effect on Captain Marvel comes after Sci-Fi Wire's Dan Roth admitted that media outlets create fake reviews in order to maintain access to movie studios and celebrities. We've read that here before. We already know about that. Cosmic Book News also reports that entertainment site Deadline has also been inflating box office numbers for Captain Marvel in every one of their articles. We've also seen reports of numerous empty theaters from people who went to see Captain Marvel. We also spoke to a movie theater manager who told us his theater had, quote, exactly 25 no-shows for every showing of Captain Marvel on Thursday through Saturday. This was the opening weekend.
No kidding.
Yeah, meaning that Captain Marvel's reported $153 million million at the domestic box office.
Remember that's based on ticket sales and average admission price.
Yeah,
yeah.
And it doesn't matter if those tickets went to people who were actually watching the movie.
Right.
Oh.
Here's some. Let's see what the.
And again, like I'll back up to my I can't even say this is probably something that Disney would even condone or sign off on, but one of those things that you get, like you have a marketing or PR company doing things for you, and you're just giving them money to promote, and then that's one of the things that
but it's
XYZ company, but it's not, it doesn't make it any less shitty.
It's a wink and a nudge that we didn't know that was going on. Wink,
and I would say that them handing off that kind of promotion stuff could definitely be a detachment to plausible deniability. Like, if they ever got found out, we apologize. We didn't know that this firm was doing X, Y, and Z. We're going to make sure.
But you likely chose them because they would.
Yeah.
I think it's also probably a situation where Disney kind of found themselves in a real bad place where they've made a lot of stands and a lot of statements and give a lot of people a lot of authority, and it's kind of destroyed the Star Wars franchise. Star Wars is not profitable. They're downsizing the shit out of it and doing everything they can to course correct. Marvel Comics is making no money whatsoever. But the only thing they have that seems to be profitable for them are their theme parks, Pixar, and the MCU. And all of a sudden, Captain Marvel's star production team and people related to it are making a lot of statements that the people that made Star Wars flop.
So they're suddenly shitting on it, and yet they want to maintain the illusion that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is untouchable and healthy. So they buy all these seats, they do all this shit as damage control.
Yes.
It would work in not this age.
Javier?
It would work in not this age.
Right.
Everything is too interconnected now for this to work anymore.
But at the same time, if Marvel is playing damage control because of Brie Larson, I can almost understand and empathize with that, man.
I mean, I understand it. I get it. I bet I can guarantee you, Kevin Feige.
Florence, thank you for joining us.
I can guarantee you, Kevin Feige and Bob Iger have had meetings where they both said, "I wish that bitch would shut up."
Yeah.
We also have another issue.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ, she hates men, and we want men, nerds, specifically, to watch this fucking movie.
Right.
White males.
The bank doesn't care who owned the dollar bills before they give it to Disney. They just want the dollar bills.
Exactly.
But I think there's another problem with the fact that the Avengers Endgame is like a month away now.
Yeah.
And they moved it back to kind of absorb any heat that Captain Marvel may have gotten if it did that badly. But I think the problem is it done really badly and pissed so many people. A lot of people are going, I don't even want to go see it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have to.
Yeah, I'm not going to let a speed bump in the road.
Hey, Yellow Lantern says here, notice though, there was all that press about Brie Larson's GoFundMe, but we've seen absolutely nothing about the quote-unquote poor girls who went.
I mentioned something before that pre-stream where it's like, it's just, you can't say anything about it concrete, but it's one of those things that makes you think.
It's like my man said, he's on YouTube and on Twitter. He was the one who called how did I put it? He called Renfamous a garden utensil donkey N-word. And he did a video about that, and one of the things I like at the intro of his video, he says like, and I know some of you people are tired of me talking about Captain Marvel, and I don't give a damn. But he went on to say this whole thing with the GoFundMe thing is like he said these girls do not want to see Captain Marvel, they don't want to see Carol Danvers, they want a sandwich.
Right. Buy him a fucking sandwich.
Yeah, feed these children. I said personally, this is what I would do. I said, you want to show them empowered women? Get these girls on a field trip to Washington, D.C., go to the halls of Congress, and introduce them to all these women that are in Congress.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Something educational on top of like, real empowerment.
Like, here's some real-world empowerment. These women are in positions of power in our government, right? You know, this is something you can actually strive to do. Guess what, girls? You're not going to be able to fly and shoot laser beams out of your hands.
Sorry.
Yeah, Fenrir's layer painting says, hell, I could go for a sandwich. I mean, hell yeah, let's get a sandwich, guys.
No, dude, I got sent a free fucking Chick-fil-A sandwich coupon gift card thing in the mail. I'm so hype. I'm going to get me a free fucking chicken sandwich. I'm so hype.
Well, here we go. So here's this. Congratulations on the chicken sandwich. Those are good sandwiches. I want a chicken sandwich now. Anyway, Kevin Feige confirms focus on Avengers Endgame will not be on Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. I am.
She's not the savior after all, guys.
I'm not
buying
it.
This actually. No,
I have
guys.
a feeling she has an effect, or like she has a role to play, but she's not the Jesus figure of it all. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's how I read it.
Actually, plays back into some rumors that were floating around a while back, which is that the Russos did 2 cuts of Avengers.
From the rumors that I heard, and this is the reason why there are 2 cuts. The Russos absolutely did not want Captain Marvel in Avengers Endgame. They did not want her in Infinity War and didn't want her in Endgame. They said this was going to be the swan song to the original Avengers. Right? And that's what they wanted to focus on.
Shove her in yet.
Yeah, the whole thing was like, if you want to like set her up and all that stuff for after Endgame, fine. But his whole thing was they wanted this to be the Avengers swan song, right? No Carol Danvers, no, nothing like that. We're not going to get that because, Kevin Feige is the executive producer and he gets what he wants, I'm glad that they negotiated it down to, only in Endgame, and I'm hoping it is very limited in Endgame.
As I understand it, she's supposed to get nerfed right away.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And when it comes down to it, you would think that it would be motherfucking Ant-Man that would actually be like, he's not, of course, the Jesus figure of it that's going to save everything either, but him coming back from the fucking quantum realm is going to play a big part in whatever solution they end up coming up with.
And it shows it.
Without getting into...
Did you guys see the most recent trailer?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yes.
With Scott looking like he was like,
They spoiled a big thing for me in the trailer. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like what? What? No, I want to know.
A big thing for me, and everybody else was like, "Oh yeah, but Tony Stark was going to come back to Earth anyway." But
he was in the trailer. Yes,
you didn't know how. Yeah, you didn't know how he was going to come back. Yeah, granted, and there was a possibility. There was a really, really big possibility in my mind that they could do something poetic, where the very thing that gave him an existential crisis is what he came to terms with anyway, which was the vastness of space and the smallness of man and aliens and all this shit. And he just dies out there in space. It would have been awfully poetic, even if they didn't do it. And that's a pipe dream.
He does make it back to Earth because we saw that in the trailer where he's walking with the other guys in their quantum realm suits.
That was a bummer that all the stuff they left us hanging on, they freaking immediately go in the
and I was talking
trailer and by the way, the stuff you were waiting to know, now you don't got to see.
But it's
and I was talking
it's a small thing.
The fact that Marvel kind of they kind of got to hedge their bets, like with Spider-Man Far From Home comes back, right? And we know that Nick Fury does too. because he's, you know.
Yeah, that
so
was
it's
kind
a
of
fine
fun
line.
doing that too, though.
No, I am 100% with you because
Oh yeah,
they release
if
these
there's a way
trailers
that they
because
could at
they
least
have to.
try to keep some of this stuff a little.
Instead
Right.
of a trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home, they should have released it. I think we talked about it. I don't know if it was on stream or off stream, but I think we came up with what was it? Some kid down by a river and sees a Spidey mask floating in the water. And it looks really sad, and all of a sudden the mask gets webbed out of the water, and that's all you see.
Yeah, don't give us this whole
Yeah, but that still would kind of clue us in.
Well, we knew he was coming back anyway. I mean, that's just stupid if anybody think he was going to stay dead.
Well,
It's
that's the
certainly
thing.
less than
I did.
Yeah.
Fucking Peter Parker on a fucking vacation with his fucking fat retard friend going, "Oh boy, sure glad we got all that space stuff wrapped up."
Yeah, with his fat ass friend and his fake Mary Jane. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Anyway,
Thanks for covering for me, Aunt May.
Yeah, Aunt May rescued him on Titan.
You know what? I was one of the idiots who didn't think. I was one of the idiots who didn't think that she was going to be MJ.
Mm-hmm.
When we saw the trailer,
yeah,
it's kind of obvious.
I went in. I knew she was gonna be going into the trailer, which I wouldn't have mind if they wanted to change, MJ's race. But then they changed her entire personality too,
and name
made her MJ instead of Mary Jane, and then didn't
Name
even
is
bother
Michelle.
to give her red hair.
Well, her name.
Does it really matter though? It's just Mary Jane.
Her last name's not Watson, if I remember right. So they could still bring it a Mary Jane Watson.
All that. Well, true. But that's getting ahead of ourselves. What I was bringing up is the fact that Marvel wants to play it safe with in-game, and yet marketing for other movies that come out after that, they're pretty much playing their hand. I mean, Peter Parker comes back, Nick Fury comes back. We saw him dusted at the end of Infinity War, and we saw Peter Parker go down in one of the most emotional scenes in Infinity War. And yet they're all back. So we know that things are going to come back to some semblance of normalcy after Endgame. And they wanted to keep this secret for so long and all that, but then they were compelled to, advertise their other movies. And in doing so, they've spoiled Endgame.
What they should have done. This is what they should have done. Apparently we're going to...
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah. What they should have done is not released any trailers for any other movies, right? Not even, and Captain Marvel should not have been sandwiched. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious Captain Marvel is only sandwiched in between these two because it will make people feel compelled that they needed to watch this movie to get the quote whole story, right?
Yeah.
I would have not, if I have to absolutely introduce Captain Marvel in a fucking movie, it would have been in Endgame, not in fucking her own movie to start off with, because she is not a good enough character to carry her own movie. That is a fact, right? It's just the way it is.
And there's even precedents for it with Spider-Man
and Black Panther,
Civil War.
Yeah, and Black Panther in
Black Panther.
Yeah, so absolutely, she should not have had that situation. I would have not released trailer one. The only trailer that you would have gotten now until before Endgame comes out would have been an Endgame trailer. That's it. There would have been nothing else. We wouldn't have been no Spider-Man, no nothing. If I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger, I'm leaving you on a goddamn cliffhanger. I'm going to make you think this is going to be the last fucking movie ever from the MCU. I'm going to make you think that. That's how you build hype. That's how you build a story, right?
Yeah, these movies are announced, but that could mean anything. We can cancel these movies all the time. I mean, how many times do they shuffle the fucking schedule?
Yeah, that could be false info.
Or I could be getting rid of the interconnected universe. You don't know. You don't know what I'm going to do. As far as the studio goes, plus, let's be honest. Most normies don't keep up with stuff like we do, right?
Yeah.
So you could actually make them think a movie called Avengers Endgame could be the actual last Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they hadn't leaked their entire schedule going on from that, and if they had just been more careful selecting what pieces to put in trailers.
Yeah.
You could have had people not knowing what the hell was going on for a good while.
Now, Daryl can answer this question better than I can because I can't keep up with the colors anymore because they changed them. The Tesseract was what, Jim?
Space Stone.
Was it a space? Was it space?
It was space.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this without spoil. Hopefully it won't spoil anything. The Captain Marvel's powers are based on the Tesseract.
Why?
No, I mean that's her power. Her power is from the Tesseract, right? Who currently has?
Then I guess that would be how she gets.
Who currently has control of the Tesseract?
Exactly.
Do you mean the Chaos Emeralds?
Did you mean Remrolds?
Rimworld.
The Renmeralds. But yeah, so think about that. I'm just gonna say, think about it.
And then when she gets her powers back again, they can introduce the X-Men, and Rogue can come take them away again.
I have a feeling that she's not gonna be. They're gonna say. I think Russos are setting this up so she's not gonna be nowhere near as powerful as she was in her own movie. In all honesty,
what I think is gonna
because she just lost her. She's not gonna have her fucking whatever.
Yeah.
What I think is gonna happen, based on what I've seen from Spider-Man, is the fact that nobody mentions that half the people in the world were gone. Nobody's freaked out. They're going on a freaking European vacation.
Which is why I'm almost positive that Far From Home takes place after.
It's gonna have to take place.
What that tells me is, rather than undoing the snap where everyone comes back, they actually travel back in time and prevent the snap altogether. What I think is going to happen, and I think they're going to try and take a page right out of Flashpoint and do the whole, you broke the sound barrier, sonic boom. You broke the time barrier, time boom. Echoes out and starts changing shit you had nothing to fucking do with. And
that way they can retcon whatever the fuck they want.
This is the time to replace actors.
Introduce X-Men and Fantastic Four, because after Thanos, we're going to need another big giant baddie to build up to, say, Galactus.
Yep.
Right. If Robert Downey Jr. doesn't want to be Iron Man anymore, this would be the time to get his replacement. And it's like, well, all those Robert Downey movies, well, those are still canonical. It's just that he looks different now because this is the post-snap or the post-Infinity War universe.
Yeah. Our universe essentially rebooted.
Right.
It's
like pre-crisis versus post-crisis Superman.
Yeah.
You could do that. And all this shit, like, all of a sudden the mutants were always there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, everyone is like, what are you talking about? Mutants have always been here. And it's our characters are getting used to it, and we're getting used to it. But
it's kind of like, wasn't there, like, I forgot which movie or TV show or something. I remember there was a thing where it talked about, like, when time changes, that eventually the people who lived through it, even though they're, quote, back, in their normal time, they remember stuff, but then at the same time they don't. After a while, eventually those memories fade.
Well, yeah, because the new reality takes place over the old.
Basically overriding, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A brief window where you remember both histories. The movie Frequency is a good movie.
Oh, God, yes. And it's just a good movie all around.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it was a nice movie. I liked it.
But yeah, like I said, that's my feeling on it. And unlike you guys, I have no forgiveness. I'd have no interest in seeing Endgame at this point.
I may go see Spider-Man just because they impressed me with Tom Holland's Spider-Man outing.
You
so
just you just like Tom Holland's ass. Just be honest.
Better ass.
I'm just as interested in Endgame as I always was.
That boy's ass is so tight you can bounce a quarter off of it. Come on.
Brie Larson's ass is so lost, you'd have to have a 6-season ABC show to explain it.
That boy's ass is so good that if he put his accent back on and put a wig on, he'd be a great Tracer.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yay!
I was gonna say Brie Larson's ass is so concave that Scott Lang has to go to the fucking quantum realm to find it.
The fact they had to hire a stunt butt for her.
Yeah, an actual ass double for
Why though?
Josh, I'm right there with you. I am as committed to Endgame as I was before, and if it does feature, what's her name, flat ass Mick, fucking. Overpower.
Yeah.
Oh, it is what it is. But I mean, man, Infinity War was such a good movie. I kind of want to see how the Russos, who have
I trust the Russos.
such a flawless track record, right?
Mhm.
With
That's kind of why I want to see it, is because I know that the Russos were just as adverse as having her
Well,
shoved
right.
into shit.
I give that. I get what you're saying. These guys are saying, but it also has to be, for me, it's a principle, right? I can't give this company
get
money
it.
after
It's
this.
given. Yeah, exactly.
And like I said, you know, I mean,
dude, you're assuming I'm gonna pay to see it.
well, I get what you're saying, and but you get what I'm saying too. As far as monetary
Absolutely.
exchanging
Absolutely.
for a service, I'm
Yeah.
not going to do
Yeah.
it. Can't do it. Won't
I
do it.
understand, and I respect that, brother.
And as I said, I'm going to say it before, and I'm going to say it again. Some people have disagreed with me in the past. I don't give a damn. At the end of this year, when when it clicks over to 2020, it will be recognized that the best superhero movie of 2019 was fucking Godzilla, King of the fucking Monsters. Fuck Shazam. Fuck Shazam. Fuck Shazam. Shazam ain't shit. I'm talking about the motherfucking king.
That Godzilla movie's looking pretty tight.
Yeah, but
That's
Shazam
not
is the better Captain Marvel.
Now that I will give you.
Yeah.
You know what, man? That movie looks fun. I'll straight up admit, Shazam looks fun
In
a way that Captain Marvel doesn't.
Yeah, the early ass screenings that they had for it, one, speak that they think that they have a good movie on their hands, because we had fucking early screenings going on like a week or so ago, and glowing. Like, not a bad thing to say about it. Anybody that I saw.
Wow.
Shazam got
Well,
booty.
he does
got
have a
the
bigger beauty than.
Oh, I like this. So I'm reading this. Let me finish. I got to read this article because it's funny. Talking about when Feige spoke to Empire Magazine about the focus, and he says people would point out that Cap wasn't in Infinity War a whole lot, and Iron Man didn't really speak for the last half hour because of what was going on. But those characters and all of the original 6 are very much the focus of Endgame in a very personal and emotional way. Then this one, I thought this is pretty funny. Given Feige's way with words lately and how he's constantly been saying Larson was excited about playing Captain Marvel, despite video evidence confirming she didn't even know who the character was. Fans were going to need a little more assurance than Feige. Enter longtime Marvel Cinematic Universe writer Christopher Marcus. Marcus has worked on all of the Captain America movies, as well as Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. Marcus made it clear that it has always been about Captain America for him. Cap's been our guy since... Markus. Marcus. Yeah.
Marcus and McFeely.
I don't know.
Right?
I guess. I don't know. Let me read this. Cap's...
I'm sorry, I'm nerding out. So
Cap's been our guy since we started at Marvel. He's the barometer for the team. You go look for Captain America, and if he's still fighting, you keep fighting. But if he's sitting on his butt in the dirt saying, "Oh God, that's really means you're lost." Cap doesn't give up no matter who he's fighting. Let's see. We'll see what really happens in Avengers Endgame when it hits April 26th. Will Captain Marvel outshine the Avengers, who have spent more than 10 years building up the final battle with Thanos, or will the original Avengers be the beating heart of this film as they work together with new and old allies to find a way to defeat the Mad Titan?
hey, now, if Carol plays a role, but not an integral one,
Yeah. Were you
I
here
want
when
to see Cap go up against.
Were you here when I mentioned when people talking about how overpowered Carol is?
Yes, she was absolutely.
I mean, like I said, I have read potential spoilers, but I don't want to give those spoilers away. But all I'm going to say is her powers are based on the Tesseract, right? Who currently has control of the powers of the Tesseract?
Thanos.
He
can snap her powers like a motherfucker.
Right. So, and like I said, sap the shit out of her, and then in about 1.5 years' time, X-Men movie, take the rest of them, put her in a fucking coma, and be done with Captain fucking Marvel.
I would love for her to just essentially be here waiting to be a battery for Rogue.
Depower her, because that's an easy way to depower
Yes,
her. But
yes,
how are they
Josh,
going to then make her beat him?
But that's the thing. That's the thing. She's not going to. And like I said, it won't be a from. It probably won't be a full.
They're going to.
It's not going to be a full depower, right? it's not going to be a full depower, but she's going to be significantly less powerful than she is right now.
Right. And that's why I'm sure they wanted to slot her in as the leader of the Avengers, going forward. She's still going to be powerful like Captain America, but way depowered because of what Thanos does to her. And I hope that's the case.
I mean, it's obviously
she really doesn't deserve to be along the original 6.
No.
If I had to take a guess, I would say that Carol is basically filling in the role of Silver Surfer from the original Infinity Gauntlet.
Ooh, yes, I agree, and I believe that Nebula is going to play a big role. That's why she's still alive.
Yeah.
Basically, her job is while everyone else is getting killed is to try and grab the gauntlet off of Thanos' hands before it's too late, and then it doesn't work.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I don't think they're going to do that again, though.
We'll see how the spoilers go that I've already read. I'm not going to say anything because some people actually want to see it.
Yeah, and my big thing is I don't even think they defeat Thanos because think about it. What's your goal as the Avengers at this point? To win, or to get people back?
They don't want to kill Thanos. That's not their goal.
Getting people back doesn't necessarily mean killing Thanos or beating Thanos. It's finding a way around Thanos like a river.
Yes. Man.
Okay,
think you nailed it.
What if the fact that they start going back in
lick your brain,
and we start playing with that whole time quake thing or the time boom, the paradox? Combined with the Infinity Gauntlet snap, what if that summons Living Tribunal?
Oh, he's like, yeah, we got to stop this bullshit.
Now, see, if Marvel does that, if they bring the Living Tribunal into it,
or all this, or even
just
the cosmic fucking characters,
right? If they bring that into this, then I'm kind of on board for the next phase.
Yeah, I could. Like I said, there are things that could be done to resell me.
Right.
Phase 4 right now, is it Phase 4 that's coming up?
Yeah.
Phase 4 is right now without too much to go on. It's looking like garbage tier.
Except for Spider-Man, I think I'm done unless they.
Spider-Man does look good.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said,
I do like.
But how much of Phase 1, to be quite honest, in retrospect, was
Oh, dude, Iron Man still holds up.
Iron Man. I like Iron Man 1. I do not like Thor.
I like.
I agree with
Captain America is give or take. I like it overall.
America.
I like it overall, but it's give or take.
Okay.
I think the issue with Thor was trying to figure out what to do with him.
The problem is
and Kevin Branagh filmed it, and he was going for more of a Shakespearean thing.
Because the problem is they did two. They say with 3 different Thor films. The problem they did was they did it exactly like they've done in the comics, which is stupid. Where it's either Norse mythology Asgard or it's technologically advanced aliens Asgard, right?
And I got a buddy, Thor. He goes by Ansgar.
Yeah, I know
Odin's son.
Yeah.
And he fucking hates those movies because he's a big Norse mythology fan and a fan of Thor in particular in the Marvel comics.
Because I remember,
and he thinks
I went to see Thor, the first one, in theaters. Right,
my
friend. I went with a friend, and he leaned over to me, and you know what he said? When did they paint the Emerald City gold?
Right. Yeah.
Because it looked like we going to Oz? What's going on here?
Right. I did enjoy Ragnarok. I thought that was an entertaining
Thor
movie.
stuff. I just liked it a lot better when they weren't in Asgard.
Yeah,
it was just him doing shit.
When he was on Sakaar. Yeah,
when he was anywhere else.
Even when he was on Earth, it was better than
Yes, I do
that's
agree.
What I'm saying. I like Thor. I just had to suck it up for the times that he.
I like Thor 1. Thor Dark World was like, what are oh my god, what are you doing?
Yeah, what?
Oh my god, but why?
Yeah,
they're introducing a Infinity Stone. That was
it. It was like introducing Infinity Stone the movie.
Which was Guardians of the Galaxy, except they handled that way better.
Yeah,
that was the Energy Stone, Power Stone.
Oh, the Reality Stone.
Oh yeah, that was
No,
reality.
Thor was Thor 2 was a Reality Stone, and Guardians was the Power Stone.
Power Stone. Yep.
But
And I man, as a nerd, as a big fan of the Infinity Gauntlet story, because that was one of the first I read back in the day. You know, that geeked me out, and yet at the same time, it was kind of lame because like you still don't get a sense of. Well, I guess you do in retrospect, right? He wanted what was in the, which was the Power Stone, so it made sense, but it was just kind of like.
Now, okay, the Mind Stone the Mind Stone was Vision's, right? The one he had.
Yeah.
So he was basically filling in for random telepath who should be actually have the Mind Stone, because it doesn't make sense for me for an android. I mean, I understand that they used it as a way to empower and make the Vision, and make and not just be like another, basically being another Ultron. I get that, but
Ultron was the one who wanted to use the Mind Stone to.
Well, I get that, yeah, but what I'm saying, I remember Thor is the one that ended up empowering him. How we got there doesn't matter. What matters is
I'm with you.
What matters is like that doesn't endow Vision with fucking telepathic ability, was what the Mind Stone is supposed to do. And if anything, in the hands of a telepath, it makes them even more powerful. That's why Moondragon was such a pivotal character, with the Infinity Gauntlet, with the Infinity Watch and things like that. It made
but
sense.
you gotta separate the movie.
No.
I do not have to fucking separate the movies from fucking actual good content.
Yeah.
To
enjoy the movies, you got to separate them and remember they're a different universe than the
They're ripping off the story from the comics.
Yeah,
they are ripping them off, but it's a different universe, so they can change how they tell it.
They're not ripping them off.
They said it was a different, that the cinematic universe is different.
Okay, look, you're splitting hairs here. That's bullshit. I'm going to call bullshit on that right now.
They got, they got the Ultimate Universe, Wayne.
Yeah, I understand that. And once again,
cinematic universe be its own thing.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, that's still bullshit. The Mind Stone is a fucking telepathic stone. It is not to give android feelings stone.
I thought it was more to give him the yeah, it was kind of implied that the
it's not the Infinity Stone.
It's called the Mind
Stone. That he also
they gave him mind and a soul. Oh wait, they got the soul gem.
She was telling him, or maybe that's the one he has.
Oh, he's got the Mind Stone.
I think the issue is that if they're taking a lot of stuff from Infinity Gauntlet, they kind of dug themselves in a hole where they set up Adam Warlock, but they don't have Adam Warlock. They also don't have Surfer, so they can't do the whole something we need story.
Well, as of 12:02 p.m. or 12:02 a.m. today, they do have Silver Surfer, but not enough time for Endgame.
Right. Oh God, man! I was gonna make a good point, a rare good point. Thanks, guys.
R.I.P. I'm sorry.
Adam Warlock and Silver Surfer.
Adam Warlock. Yeah. We got to talk about this, right? Or you guys already did, didn't you? 3 episodes ago, James Gunn coming back.
Yeah. Mind Stone was Loki used to control people. So there you go. That's good use of the Mind Stone.
Mind Stone's not what.
The Mind Stone was in the scepter, wasn't it?
Yeah, he had Soul Stone. That's why he was alive.
No, he didn't.
He had the Mind. He had the Mind Stone.
He had the Mind Stone. The Soul Stone was the one they had to find.
Right. That was the one on Varmir.
Then they fucked up because if they wanted.
That was the one where Gamora and Thanos go to the planet and they meet the Red Skull, and he kills her for the Soul Stone.
Yeah,
Red Smith.
The Red Smith.
Right, and it's implied at the end of the movie that Thanos enters the Soul Stone and talks to young Gamora.
Okay, well that doesn't make sense because why is it yellow in his head but it was blue in the fucking scepter and fucking shit?
Because it was imbued with the power of the fucking Space Stone.
Yeah.
So they had both of them in that?
Yes.
The Tesseract
The Tesseract straight up gave Loki a stone to go after another. and lost them both.
Yeah.
Stop asking questions. Consume the product and get excited for the next product.
Shut up! I'm looking this shit up because I'm like, it must have been a while since I watched it because it made sense.
Because that was the reason why Thanos had the which one was it where you finally see fully Thanos, where he goes, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself.
Avengers 2.
Yeah, and he puts the gauntlet on for the first time. So
what he says is, I guess I'll do, or he says, I'll do, I guess I'll do it myself. And then he puts his hand in the gauntlet. And,
because everybody else who fucking had a stone or something to help, so that he could get other stones,
so it apparently
ended
gave
up losing
him sentience. That should have been the
at the
it
same
should have
time.
been the Soul Stone, in all honesty.
Yeah, now I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Y'all had to make me go and look at shit because I thought he had the Soul Stone. Fucking pissed now. I thought the Mind Stone was blue.
No, that's the Space Stone.
Fuck the space.
It might have been blue originally. They changed the colors.
Yeah, I guess I know the Mind Stone has always been yellow, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't remember the colors. That's something I definitely.
Yeah, in all honesty, if Vision was going to have any stone, it should have been the Soul Stone. Like, that would have been made more sense. That he had.
I
the
ask
Soul
you
Stone.
that.
Yeah.
With the end of Infinity War, when he the Soul Stone, because goddamn, that's obviously what happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think the other guys went there? Like half of all life on Earth or life in the universe?
I don't know. I mean, that was a. I know that was an issue. That was
Her sacrifice was different. It was like mortal.
Yeah.
To the stone, but at the same time, it was in the service of the stone.
Yeah.
And he did see young Gamora at the end, so I'm just kind of wondering: are they all hanging out in an alternate universe created by the stone?
I mean, that's an idea. I don't know. I mean, because I remember when the whole thing with the Soul Stone, because if I remember correctly, the Soul Stone in the comics was basically that's where Adam Warlock lived for a long time, right?
Right, the whole Soul World.
Yeah. So, and Soul World was kind of like that. It was like where people went that Thanos didn't like, and you know what I mean?
There you go. There you go.
It could be that situation. I'm not saying it's not. I don't know if it is or not.
Right.
This is not coming from any spoilers or anything because I don't know. Just speculation.
It would be cool if they this out of their butt.
Hey, Matt Tanui made a good point. The only Infinity Stone that's been really fleshed out is the Time Stone.
I know.
Yeah. And that was in Doctor Strange, which that was fine. That made sense. You know?
They did a really good movie and explained the fuck out of that stone. The other ones were kind of like everywhere.
Where's the reality? When did they find the reality stone?
Thor 2.
Was it Thor 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Aether.
Man, I didn't even remember that happening.
So the ether.
Hey, Natalie Portman got infested by the Aether.
Okay,
and then some shit happened.
I hated that one.
Yeah, that was like the Dark World was kind of.
Dark World was so forgettable that I forgot the plot. So.
Some dark elves tried to take down
Asgard.
Yeah, I know there was like the Dark Elves were there and Thor was there and his girlfriend was somewhere there and shit. And
I mean, and that's why
Loki was
seeing
sad.
that and then getting to Ragnarok is like, man, what could have been, right?
Right.
I watched it again the other day, Ragnarok, and I just love the intro. It was like, Thor.
Yeah.
He shows up in Asgard and like, Odin, using air quotes there, is like watching a play about Thor and Loki, how Loki died. And then when Thor goes, he goes, "Hello, father," and then fucking it's just funny hearing the old man go, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Okay, I yield.
Yeah. Loki the whole time. I was
Dude,
like, that's great.
it took him a while, man, for that scene. That was one of those where I was holding too, like.
And then they put
him in an old folks home.
Odin in a goddamn old folks home.
I love that movie. That movie just made up for Thor 2.
Yeah.
Because there's so many memorable parts in the third movie.
It's a fun movie.
I mean, the whole thing where they literally summon Surtur to foil Hela's plan, right?
Yeah.
And when Surtur's about to destroy fucking Asgard, and all of a sudden you see the Hulk hit him in the face, and then Thor said, "Oh, Hulk, you idiot!" And he And then- no. He goes,
No
he goes,
smash.
and he says, Hulk, no, do not fight. And he goes, but giant monster.
I loved it.
And I like the idea of
No,
like there was the banter was better in that movie. Like it was just
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Oh
the
god.
part I really
Thor
liked.
2, there was nothing interesting that was really memorable.
The part I
and-
really liked was when
and people died that really shouldn't have died the way they died.
the one I was gonna say the part I really liked was when they were in the Quinjet or what was left of Quinjet, and all of a sudden Banner goes and he activates the Quinjet and then the computer goes, "Hello, mightiest Avenger," and he goes, "Ah." and then it's like, yeah, we fought in the what was it? What, the Gladiator or whatever, And he said, "Really? Who won?" "Oh, I did easily." That doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Like he said, that doesn't sound right.
Banner said that. Banner said that. Like, yeah, I don't. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, that's what I was saying. It was funny. Was like Thor says, "Oh, I won easily."
But to be fair, he kind of would have.
Mm-hmm.
If he hadn't been brought low by Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, it actually had his hammer and
They cheated us out of Beta Ray Bill though. Like
yeah.
they could have done it. They had his head there on display.
Yeah. Well, I was happy they at least acknowledged it. I was kind of bummed that they didn't actually.
Well, this if they're going to kill off Thor, I don't know if they are or not. That'd be a good chance to like introduce Beta Ray Bill. Maybe that'd be kind of cool.
I would bring in the guy that played that was Thor during Infinity Gauntlet. What was his name? Who had to pretend to be Thor?
What was his name? Eric Masterson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like he would be Thor as long as he held the hammer, and if he ever let go of it, it was like Thor for like a minute after that.
Yeah.
Who used Stormbreaker? Was it Beta Ray?
Beta Ray Bill used Stormbreaker, and
Right.
what actually would be fitting if like they had Beta Ray Bill, but I doubt they're going to do that for the movie.
I did like that they had the when Thor what's her name was coming out of the little portal or whatever, Hela, and Thor brought his umbrella down on the ground and it became Mjolnir.
Yeah,
that was kind of cool.
That was like
kind of
to
what's
Donald
his
Blake.
name?
Yeah, the Donald Blake. Yeah, where it was like a cane
Exactly.
that became the hammer. Yeah, that was cool.
Exactly.
But there's something, because this is one of the situations, and I have to bring this up because it's something once again that I find hilarious that the Marvel cartoon did better than the comics. Right?
Imagine that.
Yeah. Where
was it the Guardians of the Galaxy one?
No, this was Avengers Assemble.
Okay.
Where it was discovered through accident. Thor was still alive, so it's not like Thor was dead or anything. It was discovered by accident that Jane Foster was worthy to hold Mjolnir, right?
Yeah.
And so they had this whole fight sequence where her and Thor were working together. They were just tossing the hammer back and forth between each other and hitting the bad guy.
Yeah.
Which was,
that's pretty badass.
Which was cool. And then at the end of the episode, Odin says, Jane is worthy, so we're going to give her own hammer, and she got Thunderstrike.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I said, holy crap, that's a whole lot better than what Marvel pulled in the fucking books.
Right?
Jane Foster could either be female Thor, or she could be her own hero.
Right.
I want to ask you guys something. Do you think that Stormbreaker has the same enchantment on it that Mjolnir did? Or do you think there's a chance that Captain America might actually wield that motherfucker?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility because...
Yeah, because it's not enchanted by Odin.
Yeah, there was no enchantment because this is a brand new hammer. And,
so there's no more that he who shall be worthy.
Yeah, right. I mean, basically it was Thor coming up with a better hammer than Mjolnir, and at the same time having one that had its own Bifrost.
Yeah.
So he could, teleport around and shit.
It could be a case of ownership, where it's kind of like a Death Note, where until he relinquishes ownership of it, it's his.
Yeah.
He can share it, but you can't take it from him.
Yellow Lantern makes a good point. Mjolnir's shattered shards are still around.
That's true.
Frog Thor.
Yeah, Frog. Yeah, Frog Thor. Yeah. Throg. Woo! Then they call him Throg, didn't they?
Throg. Yeah.
Throg, the Frog of Thunder.
Just wondering. Because one of the things I wanted to see as a fan was Captain America,
Oh, who wouldn't? Right? That would just be awesome.
But you know what?
Mhm.
If this thing does feature time travel, who's to say that he won't?
Yeah. Like I said, oh god, I read the spoilers, and I don't want to say anything though, because I don't want. I mean, y'all don't want to be spoiled,
don't.
obviously. So.
Oh,
yeah,
I want
actually still plan on watching.
Wayne, I want you to send me the spoilers.
I'll find them and I'll send them to you. In fact, if you want, we can talk.
No, I want spoilers.
Like I say, we can talk about it after we're done here. If you want.
Yeah.
Because I don't want.
Absolutely.
I just don't want to put it on record. When people's like, oh, they spoiled the movie.
Sure.
Fat.
Right. No, I'm with you on that.
I was
Brother.
like, I was about to blow that one, wasn't I? There goes another demonetization video.
Fat. you fat fraggers.
You fat.
You fat
These
people.
nice people.
You naggers.
Whoa.
Wow, that was too close.
You're
Oh,
getting
this
close
racism
there.
is killing me inside.
Hey, look, I'm just saying you're nagging me. That's it.
Okay, yeah, we shouldn't be doing that to each other.
These Nappas are driving me crazy.
Snap us.
Vegeta.
Is enough.
Vegeta.
So join us on our next channel.
Yeah, on graded 0.5.1.
Yeah, thank you for being here on the Graded Point Live finale.
I ruined every. Hey, there's my buddy Ansgar.
Hey,
Yeah,
Asgard.
Is he up in there?
Hello. Subscribe. I think he's already subscribed though. So sorry.
Ansgar's a hell of a dude. I love that guy.
Yeah, me and him had a discussion on Twitter today. It was very good idea. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Donate and help fund our comic book.
And Asgard has a very, very epic beard, I will say.
Yeah.
Very,
And the dude is talented as fuck.
yeah. He's got a nice beard, and he also is very talented.
How talented is he?
I believe he has a webcomic.
Because we're looking for an artist for a comic, and while we have some people we want to check out, we haven't decided anything.
Yeah,
Scar, have you heard that, brother?
Well, I will tell you, his style is
he's got a lot
I
of
don't know how many styles he can do. Yeah, I was gonna say, I just know the style of his webcomics.
very good. I mean, he's a tremendously great at fantasy.
Yeah.
Style.
Absolutely.
Tremendously.
Absolutely.
Holy crap! I would, if I had an eighth of that talent, I could draw the fucking book myself, right?
All right. No, Ansgar. In the shit, episode 2, right, brother?
Yeah,
Oh wait, that's
you
the thing we talk about here.
you advertising your shit on my channel? What the fuck? Wait a minute. You advertising on Graded Point 5, sponsored by SuperNerdland.com.
Are you going to compensate us?
Thing that I wanted to do from the beginning last year for Graded Point 5 and Super Nerdland.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm getting it around to it, and you guys are giving me shit for it.
I don't care. I love you, brother. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you guys too, man.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But God, do I even want to talk about
by donating?
This has been on the. I've had this on the screen for like 15 minutes.
Right? Let's
So I guess now everything that Kevin Feige said yesterday has been totally ruined today. Good job, Kevin. You're batting a million over here.
And he was up to this point. Like,
right.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and then but yeah, well that's a joke. But Kevin,
I know
Kevin Feige invokes Stan Lee because grave standing is a thing that Disney does. Says Marvel movies created to push a worldview that is the right way to be.
Yeah, how creepy is that to read? Like, that creeps me out. That sounds bad.
Okay, guys, I just want to let you know.
The right way.
Multi-billion-dollar megacorp wants to tell you how to live your life.
Yeah.
It's not creepy at all, though.
Scary,
Get
y'all.
Get out of here, Gillette.
Kevin Feige is the Nerd Slayer. Back, nerds, back! The power of Stan compels you!
He was a genuine dude.
Let's see.
You know?
Okay.
And I hate the fact you guys have seen Marvel's
I'm so sick of seeing these
Twitter posts.
Those Twitter posts, man. Those are really irritating.
Yeah,
and it's like
stopped.
not even the recent one with Captain Marvel. That was bad enough, but like there was stuff like even before that. We're talking about like diversity and things like that. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not saying Stan would be against those things because he wouldn't be, right?
Don't put words in his mouth.
But the man is dead now, right?
Yeah, using him to advertise.
But that's a valuable influencer Twitter account.
Yeah, and
Honestly,
Josh hit the nail on the head right there.
If they want to keep that open, they can just freaking post fun facts.
Maybe they can trick people who are comic book fans into thinking that he's not actually dead.
You could have a thing where it's like on this day in 1967, Stan Lee created or the release of Stan Lee creation, blah 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 came out.
Stan Lee quotes and shit like that.
That reminds me. Did you guys see the Stan Lee cameo in Captain Marvel?
No.
No, I didn't watch Captain.
He's on the bus reading a script from Mallrats. Which in and of itself is fucking cool, right?
But it's still another one of those, yay, the 90s, but still.
But they edited that scene to have Carol just staring at him with a shitty grin on her face for no goddamn reason.
That explains
that was their
That would explain why Kevin Smith was blubbering like a fucking fish.
Oh my god! It does.
He just, oh my god! They just gave coverage to my movie.
All of a sudden, there's a run on Mallrats DVDs.
I think I don't know. I don't care. I think the best appearance by Stan
it was kind of cool.
The best appearance by Stan was Civil War when he goes like, I got a package here for Mr. Tony Stank.
Yeah,
now I love that, but I love Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 when he was Watcher Informant.
Yeah.
You guys in my ride.
Yeah, and not only did they introduce the Watchers to the MCU, which was fucking amazing, but Stan Lee was standing amongst them, and that was cool. That, to me, that was the ultimate tribute.
And I think, I would think the absolute funniest one though was Infinity War, when all the on Peter's bus where all the kids are like freaking out. And he goes, "What's wrong with you? You never seen it? You never seen a flying saucer before?" Like,
yeah, you never seen a spaceship before?
Yeah, like fucking Stan. He's like, "I've seen it all. Who gives a shit?" Right?
Yeah. And Stan was great.
I mean, you think about it, Stan. When you think about this universe, right? This 10-year universe. Stan did a lot of shit. Like he tried to pull Mjolnir. He tried to lift Mjolnir. He tried to
Well, no, he got drunk on Asgardian booze.
No, I'm talking about the first one. Remember, he was in the truck that tried to pull Mjolnir out of the pit.
Oh, he did. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was apparently
that truck's cab was fucked up.
He was apparently Hugh Hefner in Iron Man 1.
Yes.
I know he was actually Stan, but it was just funny he called him Hef. But
the great thing is in the second movie they did that again, and he's Larry King this time.
Refresh my memory. Where was he in Age of Ultron?
Was he?
Where was he?
Of course he was.
I mean, of course he was. This is a Marvel movie. But yeah, the question is, where was he? That's a good question. Oh man.
I think what they should have done, because I can't remember where he was, so it must not have been a good one, is the night after they had their big party.
Wait.
Still on the table.
In Age of Ultron, he was the
Yep.
the war guy, the veteran.
Yeah, that's right. He was sitting
remember?
at the bar during the party. Yeah.
And they carried him away, and he said, "Remember, it's Excelsior."
Yeah.
You remember he was drunk and said Excelsior. That was Age of Ultron.
Apparently, they say he lifted Mjolnir in Age of Ultron.
Really?
I don't remember that.
That's what I was gonna say. They should have done is have him be the janitor that has to clean up after the party, and the hammer's still there. He's sitting there wiping the table. He lifts the hammer so he can clean underneath.
Oh, yes.
And he just doesn't think. He just doesn't even think about it. He doesn't say anything. He just, you guys gotta stop making these messes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like picks it up, dusts underneath it, and then puts it back down. Like kind of like it's no big deal. Like yeah.
that would have been an amazing fucking cameo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But but once again, Tony Stank.
Yeah.
That is my favorite.
No, mine will always be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I get that for for the feels of it. I got that, but
yeah.
just that
Yeah.
he called Tony Stark Tony Stank. That was just
Tony Stank. Yeah.
he's
They
like,
kill you every time.
You guys
I
remember
think
Fantastic
the
Four?
number three would be Thor Ragnarok, where he actually
yes.
a character from an 80s comic book.
yeah.
Don't cut my hair, sir. Oh, but no, you guys remember he was doing cameos way before.
Oh
the
yeah,
MCU.
he did in just about every Marvel movie
He
since
was-
the
He was
yeah.
Willie Lumpkin in Fantastic Four.
Yeah. He was the doorman. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the Spider-Man movies, Raimi's Spider-Mans.
Yep.
Yeah.
He even gave Peter enough
in
said
the
in
first
Spider-Man
movie,
3. Yeah.
He grabbed that girl and or
Moved her out of the
whatever
way,
and ran
yeah.
away when the shit was falling down.
Mm-hmm.
In
Right?
Rise
Yeah.
of the Silver Surfer, he tried to get into Reed Richards' wedding, and the bouncer wouldn't let him in. He's like, "But I'm Stan Lee." Sure you are.
But yeah, that
Man.
oh
The
gosh.
hell out of his family, man.
Yeah, but in Spider-Man 3, which was the only good part of Spider-Man 3, was when he was basically talking to Peter about like being a hero and stuff, and then he just looks at him and he goes, "Enough said."
Yep.
It's like, oh, so good.
Did you see? Have you
Yeah.
seen Into the Spider-Verse yet?
No, I have not because I am a loser.
Dude.
Do
Do it.
I am. I'll get time
Copy.
when I am not
It
watching.
is-
Look, when I am not watching 3 hours of Deep Space Nine clips. Not like I said, not episodes, clips. So-
Right.
I hope in the next one they
But dude,
bring in Japanese Spider-Man.
Yes, with the mech and everything.
Yeah,
I did like
Marvel-
the ending credits for. I saw the ending credits for Spider-Verse, which is 2099 pointing at 60s. It's like, where were you? Where were you?
You were pointing first. No, you were pointing.
This is different
That's
from normal
rude.
pointing.
I might watch that again tonight.
Such a great movie. It and the animation is kind of done. And this might be a little weird, but I think it was done in the same style that the Lego movies were done.
No, yeah, they in a way. So like, Lego movies went ahead
Kind
and
of pseudo
removed.
stuff.
Well, they removed like every other frame, just straight up like every other frame, essentially. Into the
Right.
Spider-Verse, they did this weird thing where like
And yet
the
it's fluid.
backgrounds would do like they didn't do it with everything, so they kind of composited effects
well,
of
and-
different timing.
You agree that when the heat went on, the animation was smooth? Like when shit needed to go down, it they eschewed that shit. Like when at the end when Miles came into his
Okay.
own and was doing
Yeah,
his,
I was just about to say, watch it again with this filter in mind.
Yeah.
Miles's animation gets smoother, especially
Yes.
near the
Yes.
end, as
Yes.
he becomes more
Yes.
to terms with his
Being
identity
Spider-Man.
and his confidence and his powers and everything.
yes, now see that's an aspect I didn't
I just want-
consider.
Look, I just want
But-
just like in the comic, I want a scene in the next Spider-Verse movie where you just have 60 Spider-Man sitting behind a desk with a picture of Spider-Man on the on the fucking wall. He's just sitting there. Because that was actually, they actually had that in the comic, right? It's like Spider-Gwen, Gwen comes through the window and he goes like, "Is Electro still out there?" And she goes, "No," and she turns around and it's Spider-Man. It's 60 Spider-Man just sitting behind the desk, and she goes, "What are you doing?"
You know exactly what he's
You know,
doing.
you know what? Oh,
Well, we know he's not reading because we know that because he doesn't read.
There's
Yeah.
a 2.5 hour version of this movie with some rough scenes interspersed and stuff. And I watched it the other day, and it's pretty cool. Even though like a lot of this stuff isn't finished and stuff, it adds like Miles actually has a relationship with his roommate, Genki, I guess his name is. To be that guy from the Ultimate Comics. There's a lot of cool stuff to watch in there. But Wayne, you need to see this movie. It's
okay.
so good.
I still have a show to do though.
Guess what's on the Plex?
Yeah, I still got to do this show. But yeah.
There you go. I found that.
You're stoned and you got to still do the show?
Yeah, I'm gonna put this. Fuck this. I'm gonna put this in the on here right now, so everybody can see it. There it is. It's in the. If you want to see it,
It's cute.
it's in the Streamlink sharing. It's just like she's just like, what are you doing? At first, I was like, "There's no way this is real." All right, when I first saw it, I said, "This has got to be a meme, right?" And they're like, "No, it's not."
I thought it was a meme when you posted it.
Yeah. It's so funny. I love it. It's great.
You're just sitting
There.
here.
Yeah.
And not
What
only
are
is
you
he
doing?
not only is he sitting there, but I'm pretty sure he's got his legs stiff, like in a chair formation, like he's just trying to sit like he's on a chair, but he's not on a chair.
Yeah, that's how the original one in the 60 Spider-Man is too. The picture's not there. The picture's actually JJ, right? But the chair is off to the side, and he's just like,
This is a comic based on the movie?
Yeah, this is Spider-Verse.
What am I? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Spider-Man Spider-Verse. Yeah.
There's been like 3 or 4 of them, and some of the Spider-Men don't make it out of it.
Yeah, I think Japanese Spider-Man die, and
I don't
It's
know.
an Uncle
I
Ben
think so
Spider-Man
made
in
it
one
out.
reality?
I think there's also Spider Cop.
Yeah. And of course, what's her name? Mayday?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she went dark. She went dark during the Spider-Verse, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think the Japanese Spider-Man survived all of them because for the most, he was their ride. They were all riding the Marvel. I didn't read the last one, so he might not have made it out of the last one they did.
Hey, I got a question, Wayne.
Hmm?
Viz doing Transformers.
Oh, yeah, I'll get to that in a second. Glad you mentioned
So what
that.
was our topic again?
Oh, that was one of them.
But anyway, if anybody wants to know, yes, I'm not going to go through the whole article. Just Kevin Feige invoking Stan because, he's
Oh,
dead.
that's right.
Yeah.
Puppeteering the corpse. And
Yeah.
that's bullshit.
Basically using all the, using his soapbox stuff, and saying this is how he would want to be. Yeah.
Of course, everybody knows how somebody would have wanted as soon as
And
that
it's like-
person's not in their way anymore.
Immediately skip to the comment section, which is always the best part of websites.
That is the best part. So.
Where this guy says, Stan always said Marvel was, quote, the world outside your window, not what Kevin Feige wants.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's essentially like, portray the world as it is, not as you want it to be,
So not only is that a creepy message that he's saying and sending there, but then he's using Stan's corpse to do it too.
Yeah.
On top of that.
Yeah, don't trust anything from Viz Media. That's fine, but I don't care about that because it's Transformers and screw everybody.
Because Transformers.
Yeah.
Like Transformers, and that's the end of the story.
One of the reason why I'm bringing this up is like not just because it doesn't have anything to do with Viz Media. It has to do with that it's not IDW. And that's interesting. So it says Viz Media to partner with Hasbro for Transformers: A Visual History. Viz Media announced that they would be partnering with Hasbro to create a Transformers: A Visual History at Emerald City Comic Con. Transformers: A Visual History is written by Jim Sorrison. The book will showcase hundreds of iconic and rare Transformers images from the Hasbro archives, as well as development art from Paramount Studios and the movies.
Who cares?
Hey, sir, I would ask you, please,
Movies?
do not, in my presence, disrespect the Transformers. I don't care how bad they are, and some of them are shit. But don't you ever. No,
I love that. Wayne's castigating me, right? But he's admitting that there are loads of shit at the same time. But
just
I love
just don't do it in front of me.
love you, Wayne. You
yeah.
were the best, brother.
Editor David Brothers describes the project Transformer Visual History as a thorough compilation of Transformers artwork. So basically, it's a big fucking art book, which is fine with me, right? I like
This is run by David Brothers now, another former Comics Alliance weirdo that's responsible for the current infection in comics. They are already changing translations.
Oh no!
Doctor coming in hot with some heat.
Doctor always he's got the heat. He always doing that.
I know.
What a
So, how much of percentage of this book you think is going to be from War for Cybertron?
I do agree with Ansgar.
Mm-hmm.
Movies were kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
For a while, I think
shitty
I
as
made
they were.
it through 3 movies.
I could handle.
can't watch most of them.
The-
Bumblebee was
the
the only one I
first-
could do.
I haven't
Bumblebee
even done
was
Bumblebee
straight
because
up
I'm like,
good.
oh no.
Bumblebee's great. No,
Piper
go
better
watch
than-
Bumblebee. That is
Yeah.
a wonderful movie. I could not even sit through any of the other Transformers
I
movies,
will
but
try to
Bumblebee?
watch.
Piper,
Bumblebee.
it plays to Generation 1 fans.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
It'll
what I
be
like.
great.
I saw a person, and I think that's like wow, that really describes the other Transformers movies really well. And they called it Bayham.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah,
right.
yeah, that
But-
yeah.
Bumblebee was so much better movie because
Oh, yeah.
it paid homage to the fans who love Generation 1, and Bumblebee
Oh, you
was
finally get to see it, Wayne?
No, I'm just agreeing with
Oh, okay.
in principle. Dude,
Speaking
I
of
could tell from
another
the trailer this was going to be infinitely better than the other movies. Like I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, come on.
one. I didn't expect it to
Right,
be that
right.
good, though.
it was legit fun.
It proved also that they could have that the Transformers themselves could have their original forms and still look fine on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the
Yeah,
whole thing.
and it did,
Oh, it just
absolutely.
wouldn't look good on screen. Oh, fuck you, Michael Bay.
Right. Like Captain America wouldn't look
Like
good
his
in
shit
his
must be
Stars
great.
and Stripes and shit.
Yeah. Oh,
Come
you
on.
remember? I mean, you remember that was the whole reason they put the X-Men in in the leather.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
they said, oh, the costumes just wouldn't look good on screen.
What do you want me to be in? What was it? Yellow spandex.
Yellow spandex, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. That's another reason why Cyclops a fucking dick. Get out of here.
I love how they kept playing that up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how do I know you're right? You're real.
You're a dick.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Your dick. Yeah, it's him.
Yep.
I was like, well, that's definitely. Yeah.
I'm with Florence in the sense that I think that Bumblebee should be the first of a new series, and showed love to the Generation 1 fans, and it was a legit good movie in a way that the Michael Bay movies were not.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, those things were fucking messes.
Let's
Bumblebee
see.
was a surprisingly legit movie. I'm with you, Josh, on that.
I still haven't seen it yet, but I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah.
People were a
It is
little
a
worried.
fun movie.
Apparently today, the producer for Transformers said something to the degree of, and it got people worried that like, oh no, not the Bayformers again. But I think what he was saying is that the next Transformers movie would have more action than Bumblebee did.
But they're doing.
yeah,
Yeah, and
But
I can see
they're
it.
doing a sequel to The Last Night, though.
yeah.
No, don't.
Don't
They
do
are
that.
doing a sequel to The Last Night.
They don't need to
Just
do
make it the Bumblebee universe the new universe.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
a lot what.
that. do an
If Earth is
entire
Unicron-
retcon. Do a new retcon. Just
If Earth is Unicron, you can't fight Unicron because how are we supposed to have a giant robot man in the sky consuming planets if that's the planet we live on?
Oh god, they're gonna do it just
So
like
it'd be fun.
they're gonna do it like Transformers Prime. Oh jeez.
Worse, they're going to do it like Fantastic Four, where he's a cloud.
No, Transformers Prime. What they did is he was
Unicloud.
Unicron was Earth.
I know.
right?
I know.
And
Yeah.
I'm explaining it to the fans.
Oh, wait.
Um,
In
Transformers Prime.
that was the case in Prime. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, whatever the thing was, he was dormant, and then he wasn't, and he started to wake up, and it was like going to shake the planet apart if he woke up, So they put him back to sleep by using the Matrix, and it made Optimus Prime lose his memories, and he thought he was still friends with Megatron, and that was a whole other thing. But yeah, I said, oh god, so they're gonna do some dumb. I said if they continue last night, they're gonna do dumb bullshit like that.
Steve, is that you? I go by Megatron now. Weird, but okay. What's been going on? We are at war with these humans. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a big budget animation for Transformers.
As long as we have Dare to Be Stupid in there somewhere.
Yeah.
All right,
Our
so we
remix.
get the guy who did Castlevania and is doing the Devil May Cry anime, and we get him to
Eddie
do
Shankar.
Transformers.
Addy Shankar?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Have you seen his other stuff, like his and whatnot? Those guys do good stuff. It's really fun.
I would insist that they contact Stan Bush and get his Linkin Park version of
Oh no, don't do
Put it in
that.
the movie somewhere. Not as the soundtrack, but as like background music, like at a location. Like
Oh, God, it was
somebody's
so
listening
bad.
to it on the radio.
It was so terrible. Okay, guys,
And
for the chat, if people who don't know, Stan Bush was so obsessed with trying to get in on the soundtrack for the Bayformer movies that he literally changed his entire style and made a Linkin Park style version of the Touch.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I'm not playing with you. That actually happened. I will link it to you
Linkin
after
Park.
the show. Yeah.
Linkin Park. And you got the Touch.
Yeah, he did it. He did it because he said obviously, Bay didn't want like the 80s.
Yeah. Sure.
So he came up with a version of the Touch that was like a styled like Linkin Park.
We got the touch.
It's really weird because it's like it kind of sounds all right at first, and then it hits that moment when you're like, and there it goes.
So I think it was Ace who took it and put it over the whole, from the animated movie.
He did. Of course he did.
He put it over the version of the animated movie, Megatron must be stopped no matter the cost, and it just like the whole epic scene just wasn't as epic anymore.
What you do is you put that song somewhere in the movie, like somebody's listening to it on a radio. It's not on the movie soundtrack.
We got the
and then
Touch.
later,
And it's scratchy and shit.
Yeah, but then later you have Stan Bush record a new version of the Touch that doesn't suck like that last one.
Yes.
He did.
Yes. And then just fucking roll that in on the credits and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There was
It'd be
one
amazing.
he did. I think it was in War for Cybertron at the end, for the ending credits.
Yeah.
Found the edit.
At the game?
No.
Yeah, the game. Yeah,
Found
War
the
for,
edit.
Yeah, the one on the PS3 and Xbox. Or
Remember correct? Didn't he just re-edit the Linkin Park one he did to make it less lame? So he did the War for the Fall of Cybertron credits.
It might have been. Okay, I'm gonna put it up here so people can hear it on the stream. Here goes RAP the frame rate.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Talking about
All right, guys. I'm playing this one first.
Get up, man.
Just need 2 minutes.
One shall stand, one shall fall. Why throw away your life so recklessly? That's a question.
This really changes the feeling of the movie.
Yeah. That is worse than that I've ever heard. And I want to rip my ears out, and I will be perfectly fine without them. Don't worry about it. I will.
Looking at the chat. It's funny.
Laziness.
Look at the chat and how it's playing.
Yeah, Asgar, I don't know if I should laugh or cry. I like to leak. I like to
Coming down to set up like, it's a tough job Here it's just like I'm just
I'm so emo.
Oh, wait,
I'm
hold-
gonna stab you.
All right, I stopped
I'm
it.
gonna fuck you in your face.
Wow,
What the fuck?
that went
good.
that went places.
Well, that's really quick.
Yeah,
You want to talk about it?
yeah.
Yeah, I think I do.
What's going on there, big guy?
Guys, you don't want to open up that can of worms. Oh, Jesus. I love you guys.
I was like, I feel like I like Linkin Park, but it does not fit with Transformers. I mean, it's better than what they did with oh God, I'm gonna say it with Age of Extinction. They ditched Linkin Park and got Imagine Dragons. And
No,
no,
Imagine Dragons.
Hey, what
And
is
no,
this
it wasn't-
Imagine,
and no, it wasn't Thunder. It was.
this is Imagine Dragon shit. I keep hearing about it.
They're a band, and I use that term
wow.
loosely.
What you need to understand is
They're
that
adorable.
Mark Wahlberg won't act in your movie if you don't show him the good life.
Battle Cry kicked it. Oh yeah, I'm saying like the song was all right. I'm just saying that it was still they abandoned Linkin Park for Imagine Dragons. That's all I'm saying. At least it wasn't Thunder. That's what matters most.
And the reason I asked about Imagine Dragons
But that's
is because I've only seen them as memes. Like,
Yeah,
straight up.
young gun with a quick fuse kind of thing. Yeah. Here's the thing.
Clues for you.
They are very,
They are.
very, 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 very produced.
Yeah.
And that when you hear them live, you're like, this isn't even the same
Yes.
band.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah.
That messed me up.
Because they played live during the NCAA National Championship football game, right? During halftime.
Right.
And me and the lads, they were like, oh, we're going to check this shit out because, it's going to be funny.
Yeah.
It was funny, but not in the way it should have been.
Right?
It was funny because it was god awful terrible.
No, wait. You're saying that they're the Backstreet Boys of rock?
What we're saying is there's a football conference that's not ready for the good life.
God damn it, Javier. I'm going to call you Javier because,
It's funnier. Yeah, go for it.
yeah. Xavier.
Fuck it. But yeah, so them performing.
Caleb.
Okay, all right. I'll give you an
Wait,
example.
wait,
Daryl. I'll give you an example.
I heard Caleb.
Caleb's in chat.
I see that. Are we talking about hashtag the good life now?
Oh, damn.
All right, Wayne, school me, brother.
You watched Game Awards.
Yeah.
You remember the Game
Yeah.
Awards when they did the musical performances, right? You remember when they did the live Devil Trigger and how it was bad?
Oh,
Yeah.
was that them?
No, it wasn't them. It was just at that level of horrible.
Oh.
Yeah. Back in the day, I
Now I
kind of
understand
liked
everything. Jesus
Imagine
Christ.
Dragons. At least when I thought they were new-ish.
Back in the
I
day,
first
last year.
noticed them. I
Last
thought
year.
they were cute, and then I heard them live at some point, and I was like, "That's."
Go ahead.
Oh.
She saw a lot of bucktooth weirdos singing weird songs, through fucked up mics and with instruments that they don't know how to play.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like to me.
And
That
wasn't
is-
Imagine Dragons wasn't a lot of their shit because they were like when they originally contracted to like do the music for the Spider-Man Broadway show or something.
Turn on the dark?
Yeah.
Because they did that song Radioactive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the one thing that most people knew him from.
Yeah.
I'm Googling
Yeah, and that one's from the first horror movie.
They're the new monkeys.
Okay, I'm trying to find it out.
See,
I see all the musical numbers, but I don't know who's playing them, dude.
Well, I think, like I said, I think the idea is they were originally contracted, right?
Yeah.
And then they were just not contracted because remember that Broadway show went through like hell development,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, like
Uh-huh.
12 people broke their backs doing the thing.
Yeah, and I think what happened is they ended up not getting it, or it got pulled from it, or something like that, and then they just decided to release albums of it, of their music, and just changed up a few things. Like the whole Radioactive thing definitely fits into,
right.
Because I'm pretty sure like Turn On the Dark was just about Spider-Man and Goblin, right?
Turn Off the Dark was an unfinished play. Okay,
no, they finished it.
This rock musical. Blah, blah, blah.
It actually, it had a production.
1 week. 1 week. 1 week. Jesus Christ! Act 1, Spider-Man, Mary Jane, Brooklyn Bridge.
Who thought it was a good idea?
Yeah, Green Goblin. Green Goblin.
Yeah, who thought it was a good idea to do a Broadway show of Spider-Man in the first place? This was at the height. It went in development at the height of when Spider-Man was like the first movie came out.
Yeah, the Raimi shit.
Yeah,
right after. Yeah, and I'm glad you referred to it as Raimi shit because kind of is.
Looking back, well,
hey, the second one still.
Second was, I still say, standalone. Put it by itself. Great. It is amazing.
And that's why they reference it a couple times in Into the Spider-Verse, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
they also reference the third one. I also did this, but we don't talk about that much.
How they put him in costume during that scene. That was great.
They made Carnage sing. Oh no. I'm just, I like I said, it's just you got to think about that. It's kind of absurd that there would be a Spider-Man, Broadway play, musical Broadway play.
Absolutely.
Like, wow, really?
Those guys that I just listened to and I thought were a bunch of people like hillbillies raking spoons and shit over washboards. They were contracted to do the music for that.
Yeah. Originally, I don't know. I don't think they ended up getting it because, like I said, you could definitely tell Radioactive was probably meant to be in it. I'm radioactive, radioactive. Blah blah blah. And they probably just changed a couple words so they could actually.
I was under the impression that sampled the '90s Spider-Man too.
Maybe, I don't know, because, like I said, when you listen to it. It's like it's like, oh, I'm radioactive. I'm radioactive. That kind. It's basically saying, yeah, I'm radioactive because I got bit by a fucking spider. That's radioactive. So.
It's a song from the thing.
Yeah. Or originally was, but I don't think they actually used it. And then that's when they.
It's kind of fucking obvious, the lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't go to concerts anyway, too loud. I mean, but don't go. I mean, if you like Imagine Dragons, that's fine. Do not listen to them live, ever. Yeah. If you like them, don't listen to them live, because it will destroy anything you ever liked about them.
Right?
And don't.
Yeah,
and of course, don't.
Many of the songs on Night Visions, the debut album of Imagine Dragons, were originally written for the Broadway Spider-Man.
Wow.
Turn Off the Dark. They were cut songs like Demons and Radioactive, but rewritten to remove any Spider-Man references once the producers realized that the demos were too good not to be released on an album.
Wow. See? All right, that's confirmation.
Okay, so these guys that I have an apparent extreme bias against, because I'm pretty sure I just described them as hillbillies, running things over a washboard.
Mm-hmm.
Had some talent after all if they got published, or maybe that was Sony recouping their costs.
Could have been. I'll guarantee you they made more money off the albums than they did that fucking play. I know they lost a lot of money on that play, from what I understand. Like a whole lot of money.
I heard there were a couple of old bands that people actually legitimately like still that had issues where you go see them live and they sound nothing like they do on the album.
Yeah.
Boston was like
Heart's one of them.
So my dad told me that Boston was like that.
Nobody knows who Heart is.
I know who Heart is. Because I'm old. Remember? I'm old like you.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
it's
older.
More than a feeling. That's like that's how it sounded in the studio.
Hey, wait.
Like that.
If it's only a month, why did you use that against me, man?
Because you're an old man. And I got to feel like I have some superiority over somebody, damn it.
But I'm only one.
Yeah, exactly. Take that. Let's see.
English language. Fuck me.
Just making it obvious, I like most of the Imagine Dragons songs I've heard, except Thunder. That song's you don't.
Yeah, that's the funniest one though.
Apparently, Matanui does not like The Good Life.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you guys: do you think the pushback for these folks is the fact that despite stripping out all the Spider-Man stuff, their music still comes off like
overproduced?
You know, it was written for that.
I don't know.
And just like written for that, like you know, they reworked the lyrics and shit. But
I don't know. Like I liked a lot of the songs that I heard, but apparently they were for soundtracks. Because I liked some of them from the Thor soundtrack, and apparently I liked some of them from the fucking Spider-Man, whatever the fuck.
Did they do the
outside of that? Like outside of that, when I decided to look into them and I heard them live, that's when
Ragnarok.
No, the first Thor they did.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
On the theme at the end. Yeah, I remember that.
There are some bands, and I think it does skew more towards. Well, I'm not saying not all of. You know, I would say heavy metal bands do really better live because of how heavy metal is. You know.
Yeah.
Things that are like, you know, overproduced pop stuff. It's just really hard to translate that live. Because it's a lot of synthesis, you know, voice synthesizing, things like that, you know. So
yeah,
if the person isn't like already really good with their voice, it's not going to sound right live. I think what was her name? Britney Spears wasn't all that great live, from what I understand.
Did you watch the Ashley Simpson
I used to
thing?
go to Korn concerts.
That's awesome.
Ashley Simpson. What about her?
Did you guys remember the SNL thing where she? Yeah.
Is it? Was that the one where she? Oh yeah, where she forgot. The lip syncing. Yeah, it's like. Yeah.
Right. She was lip syncing the second song.
And when it fucked up, she just kind of like did a little jig and.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course.
Well, you know that happens. Like, I forgive artists if they're on tour doing that.
Most of them do lip sync though.
Because they'll kill their voice doing those tours.
Not just that.
Yeah, like if Milli Vanilli had only waited another few years, it would have been
acceptable. Yeah, nobody would have known.
Like Frank. Wait. Frank Sinatra was great live. Well, you know. I mean, yeah.
Most of the time. Jesus Christ.
I mean, Frank, you know, he didn't have the benefit of all that, you know, studio synthesis, and they got in now and shit. So, you know, it's like how does somebody
voice? He did have it his way.
He had to rely on his voice. That's, you know.
Well, somebody said it's like I forgot who it was. It said basically back in the day, you know, especially the 40s and 50s and stuff, when, you know, these guys were starting out, you basically were screaming into the microphone. Right, so you had to have a good voice.
Right.
Let's see. Something Asnar said that.
What was I talking about?
Oh yeah, he said.
Does it matter anymore?
Here he goes. Britney Spears. I used to watch her music videos on mute. All of us did. No, even Piper.
Yeah.
I think everybody was like. I mean, because I was like, I think when she started, what was it? When did she was like 98, 99, something like that.
Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, she's pretty hot.
it was pretty far back.
Yeah.
I remember everybody around where I lived, at least, would like, if they were talking about hot chicks, then Britney Spears was like a scale. So it'd be like, is she Britney Spears hot or?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Britney Spears hot or somebody who eats food?
Yeah, when she was 16.
I went to school with a girl named Britney Spears around that time, and she fucking.
The doctor in high school, we had a countdown to Britney getting legal.
Oh
God! All too many people.
Now remember, you were in high school, so you were in that. You know, so y'all were probably around the same age, so that was okay. It wasn't creepy or anything.
Yeah. But you know, there was older guys doing it too.
I was gonna say what's creepy.
It's not like those Heroline countdown websites that there used to be, fucking counting down to when she turned 18. Ugh.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, what's weird is the folks sitting at the fence counting down. You need to watch out for. That was a bad dad joke. Maybe, I don't know. What the fuck? I'm gonna go away.
Daryl, what is wrong with you, man? You gotta...
Everything is wrong with me. You know me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, she's.
And was I? And was I?
Doctor says I was 18. She was like 16 or 17. So yeah, it wouldn't have been like illegal for you.
Depends on the state.
It depends on the state. But at the same time, yeah, you know, whatever.
It's skirting the fine line. It's skirting the fine line.
In a lot of states, you'd have to have her parents' permission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
May I have permission to sniff your daughter's butt?
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Hey, man.
Wow.
Jesus
That's-
Christ.
I like it.
And Wayne, I thought I ruined this shit.
I like the cut of your jib.
Look,
Yeah.
sometimes, okay, straight up.
Son, take my daughter out. You've sniffed her ass.
Sometimes you got to summon Cab since he's not here, and you got to
Yeah.
you got to bring out what something Cab would say, which is I think that's pretty much something he would say. So
Now, if you're gonna sniff your ass, you can't sniff her ass. You can't do it halfway. You gotta inhale deeply. You gotta hold.
Nothing erases the fact that you said it, brother. You said the thing.
yeah, but it was me summoning Cab.
Don't blame it on Cab.
I'm blaming it on Cab because Cab's a very
He's a
very
fucking
nice person.
veteran.
He's a freaking veteran of foreign wars.
He's a veteran of the homosex.
Oh God. And we've been demonetized for the 6th time tonight.
Yeah, well, you know. Let's see. Just look at...
Let's get this back on track.
Savior, you found a great time to find your spicy edge, huh?
Did I enable?
What? No, I'm sorry. I just realized something. And Piper, I think, could attest to this. That Cab wouldn't have said that. You're right. Cab would have said
he wouldn't.
Cab would have said, "Excuse me, sir."
I know.
No. Listen. He said, "Excuse me, sir. May I take pictures of your daughter's butthole?" So I can draw it. I can draw it.
Can I see your undercarriage?
It's purely for research purposes.
Yeah.
Oh
God.
Ansgar said, "Demonetize." I'm waiting for
and
the stream to get taken down at this point.
Yeah.
Hey, since we're talking about
I don't know why you're getting bent out of shape over this.
We've been on
we're talking about
15 minutes.
I do want to give Cab a shout out. Like his art has come so far in the last year.
Oh yeah. He's he did
blast to see.
he did another version of Piper that looked really really good.
Yeah, Josh.
I had to refrain on commenting on that one.
It's a little it's a bit less lewd than the other one.
Yeah, it's less lewd.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but it's so you know.
What you cut out.
Yeah, thank God.
What?
He said, like, I'm not going to repeat it now. He's like, thank you, shitty internet. I'm safe.
Yes. I'm saved by the bell.
God damn it. Oh, he's like, oh, this one time this shitty internet did me a favor. Sometimes it pays to live out in the middle of nowhere in the desert.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This might be the best show ever. Oh God, man.
That's why Josh can't be like like us, because whereas our internet will cut out, Josh is like got really good internet, so he's like, I got to keep it straight.
Like, I'm just here. I'm just.
He's over.
I'm just
He's like,
I'll have to mute.
Yeah.
I'm
I was gonna say something lewd, but I might actually get the whole thing out, so I gotta not say it.
No.
Okay, so
Archive everything.
yeah, archive everything. Download this stream because it's probably not gonna last the night. No, I'm gonna keep it up. I don't delete streams.
It sounded like you said I'm gonna keep it up. I haven't been drinking that much.
I don't drink. You know this.
That's why it was hilarious.
Like, well,
Okay.
got to start sometime. Let's okay. Since I know Josh wanted I mean, he said secretly chill, but I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna open the floor to him for a minute here.
Oh, I was just gonna do it on the outro essentially.
Yeah, well, that's what we're doing. We're doing the outro.
Yeah.
But no, Super Nerdland is the one who kind of oversees a lot of the technical aspects of things like Graded Point 5 and stuff like OG Chan. But we ourselves have been in a bit of a maintenance mode the past year. It's not like we haven't released anything, but it's usually an article every 2 months, something like that. But we are coming back. In fact, in April, I'm going to have our first issue of our magazine format relaunch back up and running. And it's going to be really neat. And we're going to be getting back and streaming more. And just, we're going to be doing more stuff instead of me just piddling around in the background helping everybody else out on their stuff.
I should really finish up 2 of the game reviews that I have almost unfinished.
Hey, I just want to plug Xavier's stuff there.
You'd only hurt me like all the rest. I'm very flattered, but
The internet just took a shit, and suddenly I realized that everything I was just saying wasn't important. No, but all kidding aside,
but,
no.
You can visit supernerdland.com and see what we're up about. We've had some stuff up there, and I've also linked some of the things that Adrian has made. The maker of that fine Transformers edit that you saw. He made the Godzilla versus Gigan Bridge, and he also has the Club Penguin Vietnam War thing.
Well, that didn't come out like I wanted it to.
That's good.
That's what she said.
Ha.
I guess I got to do it. I guess I got to put that HTTP:// in there to make it hot linkable.
But that's it. My name's Josh. I do things.
There you go. There's the link, everybody, if you want to check out their Club Penguin Vietnam War. It's it's interesting. I'm gonna put it that way. Yeah, but check their site out. We have a website too, but all it is.
Ansgar, we should talk.
At the most, what we do, Asnar needs. We need to talk to him. But
Hey, Wayne, thanks for allowing me to infiltrate, brother.
Nah, whatever.
What is
the name of your
Twitter and hang out with the boys?
Yeah. Okay, let me ask.
What
Daryl.
is the name of my thing?
Yeah, what's the name of your thing? Yeah, what do you? It's Go ahead.
I called the left one. Oh, you mean my
your show?
Yeah. The shit for now. It might change somewhere down the road. Become viable for advertising,
right?
Which I mean, you guys know me. That's probably not going to happen.
When how often are you going to stream? What's your schedule looking like?
I would like to do it once a week. I want to do it every Wednesday if I can, but at the same time, it's really going to come down to what my guests are comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
To Cody of Jack Irons fame, Mr. Marvel as well,
Really?
Troy. Yeah, and these are guys. Well, Troy is somebody I want to get down the road, and I think he'd have a blast doing it. Only smoke that spliff with him, But yeah, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna try to do it once a week, and it's open to just fans of comics and creators alike. I want everybody to interact and have a good time.
Which is what we do need more of that.
Hey.
There's been some drama lately that was I'll be honest with you. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but totally unnecessary. There was some drama. What I'm saying is there was drama recently that was absolutely totally unnecessary. People need to put that shit behind them. Get together, talk about comics, push comics, bring the focus back to comics that you enjoy. I'm not talking about Marvel and DC. Fuck them.
Right.
I'm talking about like the new creators, new artists. Yeah, new creators, new artists, new stuff that's coming down the pike. Get these people out there, talk to them, and that's what it's. It's got to be the community. Yeah, and
exactly. And that's what I want to do, brother.
And
don't low key steal other people's IPs.
Oh,
yeah.
All that shade.
Am I doing that?
No.
No, but I'm
not you.
I want to bring
just having flashbacks.
Yeah.
on and just have a good time with them, fans and creators alike. Like I want Ansgar on there. You know, in fact, I owe him a conversation, you know, anyway, and I'd love to and you know, I just want to bring fans and creators together to talk about what they love.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that's
You know,
what I'm saying.
that passion runs, and that's what I love about a lot of the creators, you know, that are, you know, coming out in light of this Comicsgate stuff is, you know, it's clear that they love comics. They've got ideas, you know, some are better than others. And that's, you know, kind of the reality of stuff. But all of these people are united by their love for comics and their creativity. Yeah. And it's, you know, and that's what I want to share with people.
Yeah, I agree.
So
with that.
That's my goal here.
I agree with that. So you're looking at Wednesdays. I'm sure it's going to be after Graded Point 5, Graded Point Live. It's going to be not during.
Hey, if I can make it work, it'll be the lead in. How about that?
Well, either the lead in or the outro. I don't care. One or the other. You can do one or the other.
Yeah.
We
can tie our shows together. We'll make a network over here.
Yeah.
So you're saying you want to be our Morse Day? Warm up the crowd for us?
To your times?
Morse Day and the motherfucking time.
Hey, I too watched a Kevin Smith movie recently.
I am now I am now crying over this reference.
I'm glad you took it, brother.
Yeah. Piper, you
all right.
You do dumb shit online. What are you doing?
Dumb shit online.
And Piper, you're welcome on too, hon.
Yay! I don't know. My shit's in the description.
Damn.
That I do.
Good promoting there, buddy.
And I told you I'm bad at shilling, but I also have a GoFundMe going on my Twitter. So go fund me.
Go to @FizzGiggity. You know, it's the same as she says how it is in the chat. If you can help her out, or if you can just retweet it, just put it out there for her, that'll be great. You know, everybody needs a car to drive.
Yeah, I'm really bad at shilling, and yeah, dude, I am. I need a car. I'm at the mercy of an asshole.
And I want everybody, if you could, and I think Xavier would agree with me on this. Everybody, please encourage Piper to do more of her JoJo reactions.
Yes, actually, you should. Here's my thing: don't just make it a Twitter thread. Like, you can do a live Twitter thread, no problem. Don't use that as an outline for articles.
Oh, you think I should write?
That would be right. Like, put them in the blog posts or make videos from them. I think that would be
videos.
Videos.
So instead of streaming me watching it, I can live tweet the reactions, but then I can just make a nice video going, "What the fuck, guys?"
Yeah, exactly.
You can read your reactions and do edits. You know.
Yeah.
Well, we've also got to schedule a day for her and I to do that project we talked about involving JoJo's.
Yeah, I'm helping. It's like shake and bake.
Shake and bake, and I helped.
And I helped.
but as far as
the reason I stopped doing the JoJo stuff was I wasn't sure what format to keep doing the JoJo.
I think you hit on the right one. You know, live tweet them and then do a video on them. I think that's great.
Nice.
That's a great idea.
Will somebody help me edit videos because I hate that.
There's this guy over here named Doc.
But he wanted to finally do his own shit. He just said he was going to start doing his own shit.
Well, here's the thing. That still incorporates helping other people with shit too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
not mutually exclusive, is what I say.
You remember, you know, Josh he's also, you know, he's got to advertise his wares because, you know, so that would help advertise his wares.
I also got ADHD.
That helps too, right?
Oh yeah. By the way, like shill shit on the site too. Just tell me.
Yeah.
And I'll try to remember how to do it.
I'd like to shill a little bit, please.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, kids, do you like the 80s?
You don't get to do it.
Comics? Do you like nautical mayhem? You should consider supporting us through some sort of donation. Every $1 is $1 closer to getting Midnight Cowboy printed and released.
Oh, y'all want Midnight Cowboy printed and released?
We've had like a few people read the script and overall enjoyed it. I think.
I definitely enjoyed it. My
Yeah.
tweaks are anything.
Based on a production meeting that Piper and I had about it earlier, she was supposed to go over it and tell me what should be changed or what could be improved. She kept getting distracted from laughing at the jokes that were in there.
Yeah, I know. I kept giggling at jokes I've already read.
Yeah, so that's coming down to Pike. So yeah, like I said, if you want to, what is our thing? Crap, should have this already.
What is your thing? What?
The donation link.
Donate to our Moneyland account.
Isn't it also in the?
Yeah, it's in there. Yeah, it's in the description. What I'm probably going to do though is probably to link directly to my PayPal also. So if you feel like it, if you want to help out and throw some dosh, because this will help with getting things started before we get things really getting to the funding. So yeah,
my mental disability too. You guys got to buy helmets.
We're sending Daryl to the home.
And that right. Well, that's gonna cost money.
Yeah. It is what it is.
No,
it is what it is, as they say. But anyway, so that's 2 hours and 10 minutes. That's an hour longer than I want to go. But
Oh yeah.
But
I was gonna say my back was starting to hurt.
like Piper's like, I want to go to bed.
I'm being. I need to do the old.
Gotta get the old man, pretty much. Yeah. So anyway, guys, appreciate everybody coming out tonight. We always we always enjoy chatting with you through the stream chats and everything. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Helps us out. We're trying to get to, I guess right now the medium goal is to get to 200 subs. But the maximum goal is try to get to 1,000 subs so we can get that sweet super chat money.
Yeah,
if we can get to 200 subs,
so fun.
If we can get to 200 subs, I'll super chat and advert for our page on an EVS stream.
Yeah.
Yes to 200. Make me spend some money. You have the power.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, sorry. Anyway, guys, appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow night. Y'all have a great one.
Stay awesome, everybody.
Bye-bye.